Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm so glad that you guys are joining me because we are doing a reading journal flip through. We're going to basically talk all things books from June and July. For my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. I'm glad that you guys are here. So it has been a couple months since I have done a video. Just because of being sick in July, was not able to record. I just kind of figured I'll just save it and do it all in one. So if you guys want to chat about books and flip through my journal, then let's go ahead and get started. So we start out with my books read, and basically my books read bookshelves are color coded based on the star ratings. I really like how these are turning out. I just realized that I have two that did not get colored in. What is wrong with me? So I have to go back and look on Goodreads to see what I rated them. This one was a 5-star, and this one was a 3-star. Seriously, I don't know how that happened. I just don't. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, so these are basically color coded based on the rating. And these bookshelves come from Plan with Elise, and I basically printed off the 50 sheet and I print off a couple of them. So that way I could be able to glue just the bookshelf on here because I only wanted 3 bookshelves per page. And then I trimmed down the other sheets so that way the header still shows, but it just looks like you're just flipping through the bookshelves. I think it is so much fun. I don't know. I love flipping through it. And then we come to my Goodreads goal. You guys are not seeing things wrong. I did go ahead and change out the Goodreads challenge. So if you recall previously, this was a hand-drawn page and I filled it up and I needed to draw in a second one and I really didn't want to draw it in. So I went ahead and I created this myself. I mean, it's super simple, but I really like it. Each side has room for 100, so I can really easily add another if I need to go past 200. Who's to say that that's going to happen? Then we come to my TBR. I have not marked anything off of it. I have, in fact, added to this TBR. A lot of the books I read are not even on my TBR, and I honestly, half the time I forget to add to it. Then we come to my daily reading where I basically colored in for every single day that I read. So that has been fun. I have not missed a day. I am basically every single day I have read in some capacity, whether it's audiobooks, physical, or Kindle books. And then this one, I have been keeping up with what kind of book that I've been reading. So some days I'll mark off audio, some days physical, some days Kindle, some days multiple. I try to keep it to just 2. For whatever reason, my marker decided to start coming out darker, and I don't really understand it. But what was really interesting is that July and June, actually, I hardly listened to audiobooks. Okay, even like beginning of May. Wait, no, hold on. I lied. I was looking at the wrong one. Pink is the audiobook. All right, so July, I did not listen to an audiobook until the 17th. It was just no audio. But I read a lot of physical, a lot of Kindle, and yeah, really happy with it. And then we have the A to Z challenge. I'm basically adding in titles of books that begin with that letter, and these are like really highly rated books. I only added 1, but I'm probably going to wait until the end of the month or the end of the year, and I'll take a look at the books that start with the word "the," and then I may add them on. But I'm really trying hard to use my highest rated books. Then my DNF, I actually had a book that I DNF'd in July, but I forgot what it was, so it's not going to go on there. And then my monthly ARCs, so basically advanced reader copies. For June, I read 10 advanced reader copies. For July, I read 9. Now, I will say that I am pretty well caught up with my advanced reader copy books. I actually only have two more for August. One I'm currently reading, and one I'm going to be reading next. So for the most part, any ARC that I read going forward after those two, it's going to be for upcoming months. So like August, I have a lot of books that are due in September. Actually, I think the ARC that I'm reading now, I think it may be due in September. I don't think it's due in August. I think it's a September book. I'll have to double check. But yeah, I think I only technically have one more that's due in August, and that will be next. But I'm really, really proud of that, because like the whole intent of giving readers advanced reader copies is so they read them before publish. So I feel like I'm keeping to that. And then we come to my review page. So June, we read 1 physical, 4 Kindle, and 12 audio for a total of 17. In July, we read 6 audio, 4 physical, and 6 Kindle for a total of 16. I will say that, as you can clearly tell, I had a huge drop in audiobooks, but I had an increase in physical books. And I am so freaking proud of myself, but I will also explain very shortly why my physical reading has increased. And then for my upcoming books for 2024, I did go ahead and add in a couple. So we have Last Call at the Local that's coming out in January. Happily Never After that comes out in March. And then in April, I have Funny Story and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Now, the problem is that there's a lot of books that are coming out in 2024, but a lot of them have not been released for what month that they are coming out. So it's kind of just like all up in the air. And then we come to my 2024 plans, which, as you can see, is beautifully blank. Now, I will admit, I have been thinking about 2024, and I actually have some ideas for how I'm going to be doing my reading journal. And the biggest thing is all of the pages that I am using, they are going to be created in printable format. I am not drawing anything. So that also means that I could very well be opening up an Etsy shop and releasing printables for the reading journal. So stay tuned. More information on that coming up, just as I kind of figure out some details, but that's ultimately my really, really, really big plans for 2024. All right, so now let's go to why I'm reading a lot more physical books. So I have my Sweet Summer Reading Challenge, where basically my friend Danny and I decided that we wanted to motivate ourselves to read more physical books from our shelves compared to like ebooks and audiobooks. So we're doing this over the course of 3 months, where we choose 9 books, and those are the 9 books that we are clearing off our shelves. So for July, August, September, I chose Falling, which I've read. I chose The Love Wager, which I've read. A Brush with Love, which is actually one of my August TBR. Every Summer After. I have a Free Space. Well Traveled, which is one of my August. In a New York Minute, which I have read. And The Retreat and Built to Last. And Built to Last is one of my August as well. The Free Space, mainly I wanted to give myself like a little bit more flexibility. So I'm currently reading The Roughest Draft, which is going to end up going in Free Space. And then, like I mentioned, I have these 3 books. So basically for September, I will technically only have 2, unless I totally slack on The Roughest Draft and I just kind of skip it and read these 3 first, which I could very well do, but we'll see. And then we come to my Joyful Chaos Book Club, which is we are a book club girl. So we get free copies of books to read and review I will admit I'm a total slacker. The only one that I've actually read and reviewed is Venko, which was fantastic. But for June, we got the books The Retreat, which is one of my summer reading challenge books. We got Summer on Sag Harbor, and then Queen Charlotte. I thought that there was like something there for a moment. And then we also got the book She Started It, Wrong Place, Wrong Time, which I really want to read. Wrong Place, Wrong Time. So I may have that be part of my August, but we'll kind of see how much time I have. And then we come into my monthly calendar. So the way that I've been doing this, the Currently page has pictures of all of the books that I have read that month. I love it. I love seeing the cover. It just makes me so happy. Sometimes it just kind of depends on, for the Currently, I'll put a TBR. I will put book club dates. Really depends on like how productive that I'm being with that Currently page, but that's usually what I've been using it for. And then we have the monthly calendar. Monthly calendar has when I started a book and when I finished a book, so I can be able to track that appropriately. I absolutely love keeping it like this. I love using the Currently. Like, that has been one of the best decisions that I have made because it just works out so well. And seriously, I cannot get over being able to see those pictures of the books that I read. So here's March, and then April, and then May. May was a lot of books. And then June. Now, June did not feel like a lot of books, but when I kind of look back compared to other months, it's on par. And then July, again, July did not feel like a lot of books, but I think it's the fact that I really wasn't listening to a ton of audiobooks. And then I have basically started for August, where I put in my TBR arcs that I'm reading, which one of them I finished, and the other one I'm reading, this one right here. I've gone ahead and put in a picture because I actually printed that out with all of the other pictures because I was trying to finish it in July, but it just didn't happen. And then I've gone ahead and I've started keeping track of a start and finish. So hopefully I will be able to stay on track. And yeah, really excited about this. So so let's talk 2024. Basically, my goal is to create enough printables so I can be able to take all of the printables and turn it into a reading journal bundle. So I can just print out everything. Now, the bundle could be with or without a monthly calendar. I haven't decided if I'm going to be creating a monthly calendar printable. The biggest thing about the monthly calendar is that I don't want to have to worry about tabbing it up. But I don't want my monthly calendar to go without tabs. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do for that. But yeah, like I said, 2024, this whole thing is going to be of printables that I made because go big or go home, you guys. Go big or go home. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out Elisa's video too. It is down in the description box. I really appreciate your support. Thumbs up, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll see you on my next video. Happy reading! Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.